What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Mark Dark, and I'm back with another video. If you're new, if you love the Shy, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, like the video, and leave your theories, comments, everything down below. Now today, we're going to be talking about the Shy Season 8, Episode 9. This is the recap, so down below, I want you guys to let me know, how did y'all feel about this episode? How did you feel about your boy Reg taking the rap for this whole thing with Tiffany? I mean, damn. Victor, he definitely pissed me off. He's taking the rap for Tiffany. At the same time, let's just be honest. We knew they did not have enough evidence, and this is before they actually found the body. Before that, I believe they was going to be good. You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is. We know Reg has taken the rap to protect his brother, and Tiffany, she is free, living her best life. But at the same time, we know Tiffany has issues with Keisha. I'm eager to see what's going to happen in episode 10 as far as this whole wedding thing. Based off this episode 10 trailer, it seems like maybe somebody may end up getting popped. So we definitely going to talk about that over the weekend in my What to Expect video for the series finale. But in this episode, we got to see the return of your girl Jada. As I told you guys in my quick thoughts, early impressions, they kind of hinted at this earlier on in the season, and she did return in Image Dreams. It was good to see. I still believe there's going to be more OGs that will return in the final episode of The Shy, so can't wait to see what's going to happen with that. But I want you guys to let me know, if you were in Victor's shoes, would you have done what he did? Taking the rap for Tiffany. Would y'all have done that? And this is before they found that body, because as I told you, ain't no way in the hell I'm doing that. It's crazy because Victor and Rashad, they just fought a case. They just fought a murder charge, right? At the beginning of the season, and they beat it. Now, with that one, they actually had Alicia's body, blood on their hands and all that stuff, but it was still evidence out there proving their innocence. Now, in my opinion, I believe Victor made a crucial mistake. Like, you're going to take the rap for a body that they don't even have. They can't even prove that Nuck is dead for real. We're going off words, right? And like I told you, this is all before they actually found the body. And to think about it, law enforcement came to the house, what, 2 times before they actually found the body? So you would think they would have moved the body, but no, they didn't do it. But still, you're going to take the rap, they didn't find the body at that particular time, and you saying you did it? I'm not saying I did nothing. Ain't no way in the hell I'm going for that one. But hey, Victor wants to be capped to save a hoe. I guess that's what he lived up to. The sad part is his brother ended up saving him, and it's a damn shame. Did not want to see Reg go out like that. I had a feeling Reg could get locked up or dropped off, but to go out like this, taking the rap for Tiffany, hell nah. So we're going to see what's going to happen in the series finale. But let's go ahead and begin the recap. I will try to focus on all the key points. If I miss anything, I want you guys to let me know down below. So what do we see in episode 9 titled Cold Feet? Now the episode starts out with Darnell and Emmett. We know Emmett, he is getting his suit together for the wedding. You know what I'm saying? And he is very stressed out. He is telling his father that he needs to tell Keisha something real serious. And that's what he plans on doing in this episode. Now we get to Keisha and Tiffany. We know Keisha, she is, trying on her wedding dress, getting her sizing and all that stuff together. Very emotional scene right here. This is like the calm before the storm, because the next time these two see each other, they're going to be talking about what happened to Nuck. And then we get to Detective Toussaint. We know she goes to the judge, and she lets her know that she believes that Tiffany was the one that dropped off Nuck, right? But she needs a search warrant. Now the judge is able to grant this for her, but she's like, look, you better make sure you find something for real. Now, law enforcement, they go to the house, and this is what I'm talking about. They search the house and they find nothing. Yes, they did take some stuff out of the house, but none of that stuff was going to be able to pin anything on Tiffany or even Victor as far as dropping off Nuck. They have no evidence for real. Let's just be honest. And as I told you guys, right now it's the second time law enforcement has been there. The first time, I believe, was in the last episode when Detective Toussaint went to Tiffany trying to see if she can get some intel, right? But of course, Tiffany did not tell her anything. So after 2 times, you would think that the body would have been moved. I mean, that's what I would have done. Matter of fact, I would have never had the body in the backyard in the first place. But hey, that's just me. Now we get to Rashad and your boy Bakari. We know Bakari is, getting ready to go to Atlanta, still taking all damn day. You should have been gone. But Rashad tells him, even if you go to a new scenery, it does not change who you are. So Bakari, even when you go to Atlanta, if you make it there, make sure you stay out of illegal activity and make sure you don't have to be in these situations right here where you got to snitch on people. Now in this episode, we know Shay, she did make a return. She wants Devontae back, but Devontae don't want to leave. You know what I'm saying? He has changed a lot. He's been kicking it with Mondo and Tevin, going to these groups and stuff at the Chicago Chain Center. Things have been going quite well for him. In the way that he is talking, he is taking accountability. And we know she was talking about, are they making you talk like this? Hell nah. He been putting in that work. You know what I'm saying? He has changed and he's trying to do better. So we know by the end of the episode that eventually she's going to allow him to stay with Emmett and Keisha. She was kind of jealous because of the whole wedding thing. She's trying to act like she wasn't. But hey, it is what it is. Allow him to go ahead and be with Emmett. That way he can continue to stay out of trouble and become better. Not perfect, but at least he is trying. And I believe deep down inside, she saw that. And this is the reason why she ended up allowing him to just stay. And of course, he will still see her each month. So it seemed like they came up with a solid compromise. Now, also in this episode, we know that Darnell, with the help of Riley, was able to track down this magic trick female that took the watch that Emmett had in the last episode. So Darnell ended up meeting up with her and he was able to get the watch back. And I already know your boy Emmett, he gonna be happy as hell. Now, we get to the brothers, and unfortunately, this is most likely going to be the last time we see all of them together in the same scene. Hopefully, this is not the case. Now, they was looking at pictures of their mother, you know what I'm saying, talking about old times and all that stuff. And one thing that their moms told them to always look out for each other. And this is one of the main motives that Reg had at the end of the episode. His brother Victor took the fall for Tiffany, and he said, you know what? I'm going to do what moms always told us to do, and that is look out for each other. But man, I really wish it didn't happen like this. But as I told you, very bittersweet moment, and it could actually be the last time we see all of the brothers together at once on this show. Now we get to Big Mike and Smitty, and they're struggling. You know what I'm saying? They don't have Nuck around no more. They need a new plug. You know what I'm saying? A new supplier. And I guess word on the block is Keith's girl Jordan, she be getting those pills. You know what I'm saying? We already know she was doing business with Reg, but we know Keith was not cool with that. But now Smitty is going to try to see what he can do, but we know it's not going to end well for him as well. Now we get to Desiree and Jake. Jake is still planning to throw this party. She understands that Jake is still going through it. I mean, he just lost his mom. He is grieving, and she wants him to cancel the party. He's like, nah, know what I'm saying? He's been promoting it for weeks. He ain't canceling it. And he tells her, do not tell him what to do. So we know your boy Jake, he is definitely still going through these emotions. Now we get to your girl Lene and Bakari, and now Lene is kind of scared. She's like, man, what if Tiff does something to you? Because she understands that Bakari does not work for her anymore, and that Tiff pretty much wanted him to take the rap for taking out Nuck. Now Lene is like, man, this is all my fault. I probably should have never gave up that, voice note. Bakari tells her eventually it was going to get out somehow, some way. And don't worry about nothing. Ain't nothing going to happen to them. Now we get to Bakari and Tiffany. And Tiffany's like, why the hell did Detective Tucson come to me asking me questions? Bakari says, look, I'm not taking a fall for this. And we know Bakari tells her, you're going to have to kill me or let me go. She pulls out the strap and she's ready to catch another body. She's like, look, I'm not about to take the fall for this either. And Victor has to, stop this from going down. And he tells Bakari just to leave. And he has the conversation with Tiffany, letting her know that, look, I am in control right now because you doing entirely too much. And I guess Victor taking control, even being with Tiffany as her bodyguard, is looking like it was the dumbest move that he could have possibly done. But I guess taking a rap for her dropping off Nuck was even stupider. Now we get to Emmett. He is having dreams, and he's having dreams of his mother, Jada. You know what I'm saying? The OG. And they giving us, once again, like the past times of Jada and Emmett. Very emotional scene. And just like Darnell stated at the very beginning of the season, Jada will eventually pop up in Emmett's dreams. And that's exactly what she did. And Emmett is like, man, he needs help telling Keisha something. And Jada's like, look, just tell her. Know what I'm saying? Just forget everything and tell her it's going to be okay. And she also tells him that she will always be there for him. Know what I'm saying? She's always there. So Emmett, he wakes up and eventually he just tells Keisha the truth that Nuck was killed by Tiffany. And he also says that Tiffany does not know that he knows. So, of course, your girl Keisha's upset like, man, so how long you been knowing this? I knew she was going to ask that question. Emmett said about a week. You know what I'm saying? Now, she was pissed off about that, but she was more upset with Tiffany. She's like, man, so she's been smiling all up in my face all the time. She's trying to take my place. Backstabber looking ass girl. She pissed off at Tiffany and she wants to have a conversation with her. Now, I don't know about y'all, but your girl Keisha, she stay having these conversations with these killers, and she be having these conversations by herself like they won't smoke her. but I guess it is what it is. Now, Emmett also tells Keisha that Tiffany did it because Nuck killed Rob. So, I mean, what you expect her to do? Now, of course, Keisha felt like Emmett was taking her side, but nah, I mean, it's facts. If Nuck killed Rob, what you think Tiffany gonna do? That is the father of her child. Like, come on, let's just be real. Now we get to Detective Toussaint. She goes back to Bakari and she's like, look, I got a warrant, a search warrant. I did not find anything and I had to beg for that warrant. So as I was just telling you guys earlier, all that evidence that they grabbed, that so-called evidence, those boxes, that money and all that stuff, it meant nothing at all, y'all. Absolutely nothing. So Detective Toussaint is continuing to ask him for more information. Bakari's like, look, I've already told you what I know. And then he sat back and start to think like, man, you know what? I got a recording that's going to prove that Nuck killed Rob. Now, yes, you do have a recording, but that does not prove that Nuck killed Rob. It's just a recording. How the hell is somebody on a recording talking about somebody killed somebody is going to prove it? I mean, you still need physical evidence. You don't have no evidence. You just got somebody talking about somebody killed somebody. Anybody can do that. You know what I'm saying? I can say Victor killed Rob or something. What that's going to prove? Nothing at all. It's just hearsay because you don't have physical evidence that's going to actually show the person did it. Now we know Toussaint tells him, give her that recording, and if she finds this body, she's going to do what she got to do to protect Bakari and this girl. But as I told you, if you take this to any court for real, this is going to be easy work. You know what I'm saying? They're not going to be able to prove you did anything by somebody saying somebody killed this person and that person. I mean, you could use it and say maybe it's motive, but motive alone is not enough to prove somebody did it without finding physical evidence. And yes, they did find the body later on, but why even confess to doing something and they didn't find the body in the first place? Makes no sense to me, but hey, it is what it is. Now we get to Keisha and Tiffany and they're showing us the back, story, the history between the two. Like they've been showing a lot of the characters in this episode. And it's been a hell of a journey, y'all. Now, we know they did not like each other at first, but then eventually they became real close and almost like sisters. Now, Tiffany finally is having a conversation with Keisha about the whole thing with Nuck. And Tiffany is like, look, she killed him because he killed the father of her child first. So that's why she took him out. Of course, Keisha was upset talking about you only did this as far as paying for everything, the wedding, because you felt bad about what happened. And Tiffany tells her she did it because she wanted to see her have the wedding of her dreams. But at the end of the day, I think it was guilt as well. And then we know Keisha tells her she does not even want to, have her pay for the wedding. She does not want to have Tiffany at the wedding. And basically, she does not want to have Tiffany in her life anymore. So she is very upset. She ain't messing around with her. And your girl Tiffany, we can tell that she felt real bad. Like, man. But I don't blame Tiffany for dropping off Nuck. Your boy Nuck was a bad person. So he got what he got, and it is what it is. The crazy thing is, we know Keisha still was not believing that Nuck killed Rob. Well, go play that recording and see what she think about that. Now we get to Jake and Papa. We know Jake threw that party. Papa says that he is going to be done with smoking because he is tired of using that as a crutch. We know he's been going through a lot the past few seasons. And we also know that he tells Jake that work can be a crutch too, because we know Jake, he's been going through a lot as far as losing his moms. But Jake tells him that he does not want to sit with this. You know what I'm saying? He is still not really trying to deal with the pain of losing his mother. So eventually he's going to have to do that, as well as losing his brother Reg by getting locked up. Now we get to Smitty and your boy Keith. And Smitty is like, look, I heard your girl Jordan, she be slinging those pills. I need that connect. And of course, Keith tells him, nah, she done with that lifestyle. It ain't happening. And y'all can let me know, is it a chance that Keith was the one that called law enforcement to rat out your boy Smitty? Because we know he ended up getting locked up in this episode. So I would not be surprised if that was the case. Now we get to Detective Toussaint, Tiffany, and Victor, and they're arresting Tiffany. And Toussaint is like, look, we are arresting her because I got info from my reliable source that she killed my informant, right? So your source has 100% concrete evidence that Tiffany was the one that dropped off Nuck. We know that's not the case because y'all don't even have the body. You know what I'm saying? No physical proof, just hearsay in my opinion. You have a recording of Zay saying that Nuck killed Rob, which could prove motive, but it's still not 100% proof that Tiffany killed Nuck. Now you would think that Victor will pick up on this. Tiffany was telling him, call her lawyer. They would have been good in my opinion. Victor talking about, look, I did it. So now they're arresting Victor and they're letting Tiffany go. So Detective Toussaint, I thought you said you had a reliable source. So now Victor saying that he did it. That means your source is lying too? I mean, I can't make this up. Like, come on. So who's telling the truth here? And this, once again, is before they actually found Nuck's body. So why in the hell is Victor confessing to something he didn't do? And they don't have 100% concrete evidence that Tiffany or Victor did this at all. So to me, it makes no sense. And you would think that Victor would be smarter than this. Tiffany, she was already aware because she told him to get her lawyer. So at least she has some type of sense in her head as far as fighting this. But Victor, he just want to bow down and take the fall. Like, really? You her bodyguard? You ain't even clapped her cheeks and you doing all this for her? Hell nah. Could not be me. You gonna have to prove I did this. You're gonna have to show me the evidence. You're gonna have to show me more, because ain't no way I'm going down for something that I didn't do, especially for a girl like Tiffany, somebody you ain't even hooked up with yet, and somebody that's pretty much using you to get exactly what she wants. And I guess she got exactly what she wanted plus more. She was never thinking you was going to take the fall for her. I mean, damn, Victor, you going out real bad. Now, Angie lets us know that Smitty done got locked up, and we know that Shanita's telling her you need to leave these street guys alone. But guess what? Angie, she can't help it, y'all. She ends up bailing him out, and I believe she used Hannibal's money. Like, really? Like, girl, you ain't no ride or die for real. Like, you lost. Now, she wants him to stop doing illegal activity, and he tells her when he finally does, he will let her know. So maybe this is the end for them as far as their storyline on the show. But Angie is dumb as hell, continuing to mess around with Smitty. And it also seems like Smitty is done trying to avenge Nuck, so being legit is probably the best move for him. Now we get to Jake and Reg. They learn about what happened to Victor with him turning himself in. Jake understands that he did not do it, and he wants, Reg to fix this somehow, some way. And then they started to show us like the backstory between Jake and Reg. Bittersweet moment once again. I'm like, damn, it's been a long time coming, right? But once they start showing this, I knew it was over for your boy Reg. I knew he's going to take the rap for this. Jake tells him, look, you owe me. So we already know that Reg is going to do exactly what his moms told them to do, and that is always protect each other no matter what. Now Fatima goes down to visit Victor and tells him, look, I know you didn't do it. Stop trying to protect people all the time. Choose yourself. He's like, look, she had kids. I had to do it or whatever. I ain't got nobody. And Fatima tells him, look, you got me. And we know Victor was talking about he deserves to be up in there. Well, you put your dumb ass in there. Know what I'm saying? You should have been out for real. I mean, Victor cannot blame anybody but himself. Now we get to your boy Devontae, Tevin, and Mondo, and they're all doing a sit-down reading of Bakari's book. And Bakari, he is proud as hell. Apparently the boys saw Rashad reading it, and they wanted to read it for themselves. And this was a good moment for him. They even told him that they were happy that he finished the book. We know it was difficult for Bakari to finish this book, but he got it done. But the boys could definitely relate to the book. That was one thing that they talked about. And it seems like your boy Bakari once again is surviving somehow, some way. And that's exactly what they was talking about when they was reading the book. So he got one more episode left. We're going to see if he's going to be able to make it out once again. Now we get to Reg and Victor. Reg goes to see his brother and lets him know that he got him. You know what I'm saying? That basically he's going to take the fall for this. This is one thing that he wants to do for his older brother. And I'm like, man. Now, eventually he does find out where the body is at. They don't actually show Victor telling him, but I'm going to tell you right now, they said that over that phone, a phone call that is supposed to be recorded, that would be plain stupid. But based off the way that Victor been moving, I will not put it past them. Now, we get to Reg and Candace. He tells her that he's going to leave her some money and that he's going to have to go away for a while. He was crying. She was crying. It was a sad moment. They both hate this, but as I told you guys, Reg confessing to this, something that he did not do, it does not make any sense because they do not have enough concrete evidence to pin this on anybody. We all know this. Now, they end up showing us Emmett in the history of his character, his kids. We see him and Tiffany, him and Keisha, him and his other baby's mamas. He's come a long way. And once again, it reminds us of this long journey that Emmett has had on this show. He is a true OG. And then we get to Darnell and Riley. They end up letting Rashad know they want to give him the house. And Rashad's like, look, he don't want nothing free. He is willing to pay what he can pay, whatever. And that's a good thing. You know what I'm saying? Now, Riley and Darnell, they're going to be moving in with Emmett and Keisha. That way they can help out with the kids and all that stuff. And they can have 3 generations of family in that household. Now we get to the end of the episode. Your boy Reg, he has met up with Detective Toussaint and he said he did it. She's like, how I know you telling me the truth? You trying to protect your brother. And he tells her he knows where the body is at. And this is exactly the physical evidence that Detective Toussaint has been waiting for. You know what I'm saying? So with him giving her this intel, this is definitely enough to arrest somebody for murder. You know what I'm saying? He said he did it, and he is showing you physical evidence. He is showing you the body. So now your boy Reg is getting arrested. A sight that I felt like it could happen, but not like this. You know what I'm saying? I told you guys I felt like if he was going to get locked up, it would have been for the whole thing with Alicia as far as robbing her, but that's it. Or maybe even get dropped off. But taking the rap for this, something that he did not do, something that Tiffany did, and they didn't have enough evidence from the very beginning. Now they got some evidence with the body, but they still don't have evidence that he was the one that did it, which pisses me off. I mean, damn. I mean, I know Detective Toussaint got to be feeling some type of way about this. She thought that Tiff did it, right? And the body is in her backyard of all places. Like, come on. Everything is pointing at her. But even with that, as I told you, they never had enough. Without that body, they didn't have enough. Now, all this is going down because of who? Victor. Victor's dumbass wanting to take the rap made Reg do what his mom's always told him to do, and that is protect each other at all costs, no matter what. And to be honest, Reg probably feels like he deserved to get locked up for all the bad things that he's done. But to be honest, come on. Going down for something that you did not do, something that your brother didn't do, something for somebody else did, that's a problem. Now I can see if Victor actually did it. If Victor actually dropped off Nuck and then Reg takes the rap for him, I will, kind of be more accepting of this. But seeing how Victor didn't do it and Reg didn't do it either, come on. Like, let's just be real here. But we're going to see what's going to happen next. Tiffany going to be walking around all sad and all that stuff. Probably happy as hell that she ain't locked up. They should have just fought this. I don't understand this. Why not try to fight it? I mean, you're going to go ahead and just confess when they arrest her like that? Like, come on. Victor, I just don't get it. I know Bakari is supposed to be leaving. Victor, you need to go ahead and leave too. You know what I'm saying? You up here being Mr. Captain Save-A-Ho, want to save everybody. Like, come on. Come on. What are you doing, dude? Ain't even clapped yet. I can see if he was in a deep relationship with Tiffany as far as them hooking up and he really likes her like that. But nah, talking about she got a kid. Well, that's not your problem. I'm sorry to say. It's just not your problem. You have other things to worry about. But I guess it's a little bit too late for that. But down below, I want you guys to let me know, how did you feel about episode 9? As I told you, this episode definitely pissed me off with Victor making these dumbass moves. But we got one more episode left, so we're going to see what's going to happen based on that episode 10 trailer. Check it out right now. It's up on the channel. But based on that trailer, we can tell that the wedding is about to go down. And of course, it seems like maybe somebody is going to get popped. But y'all know how they do in these trailers. They be making it seem like something big is going to happen. But then when you watch the episode, it's the complete opposite. But it is the series finale, so you just never know. Now, I'll be giving you guys that what to expect video over the weekend, so stay tuned for that. I want to thank you guys once again for all the love, all the support, and I will catch y'all on the next one. But let me get up on out of here, man. It's your boy Mark Dark. I'm out. Peace.